नहीं चाहते कोई विवाद हो, किसी तरह के हालात उत्तर प्रदेश में खराब हो।
उनको ये नहीं मालूम उन्होंने लड़ाई किससे मोड़ी।
अशोक सिंघल जी जब भाषण देते हैं तो उनकी भाषा ऐसी होती है जो सभ्य समाज में सुनने के काबिल नहीं होती।
इसके पीछे हमें बीजेपी और सपा की मिली भगत नजर आती है।
मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण के लिए वो कितना भी नीचे जा सकते हैं, हमारी धार्मिक यात्राओं की, हमारे धार्मिक भावनाओं को समाप्त करना चाहते हैं।
धर्म का काम करने वाले लोग खालिस राजनीति का काम करें, तो मैं नाम लिए बगैर कह रहा हूँ, मुझसे तो बहुत लोगों की नाराजगी है।
नाम लेने मुझे कोई संकोच नहीं है, वो है आजम खान। आजम खान ने बाकायदा बयान देकर रोका है इस मामले को।
मैं मना कर रहा हूँ इसे कि मेरी कोई सिलसिले में बात भी नहीं हुई है, यहाँ तक कि टेलीफोनिक टॉक भी नहीं हुई है, कहीं कोई बात नहीं हुई है, न नेताजी से, न मुख्यमंत्री जी से और न ही किसी अधिकारी से।
आजम खान की आजकल मैं समझता हूँ उनकी डिक्टेटरशिप चल रही है, देखना है वो डिक्टेटर क्या करता है, कैसे रोकता है।
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Politics First. Now exactly a week ago, right here behind me in this house, several leaders of VHP, at least for 90 minutes, met the Samajwadi Party chief Mulayam Singh Yadav.
For years now, Mulayam has built a perception of being pro-Muslim. This meeting raised many eyebrows. There were talks that Mulayam Singh might also mediate between Hindus and Muslims to resolve the Ram Temple issue.
Cut to today and the picture seems different. The state government is now opposed to all key demands of the VHP, banning the 84 Kosi Yatra. VHP has now hit back, saying that they will continue with the Yatra. Question is, has SP and VHP artificially created a communally sensitive situation? Who stands to gain from what is now being called a communal match fixing?
Saturday, the 17th of August, 5 Kalidas Marg, the official residence of the State Chief Minister, Akhilesh Yadav. These seers are on their way out after their meeting with SP Supremo, Mulayam Singh Yadav. The meeting, they say, was constructive.
कौन कौन लोग आए थे आपके साथ में?
सब लोग आए थे कल लगभग अपने कमेटी वाले।
कौन कौन जरा नाम बता दीजिए।
अरे जो अशोक सिंघल थे, वेदांती जी थे, धर्मदास थे और सब कमल नारायण जी थे, सब थे, बहुत लोग थे। अब आएंगे शाम प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस है, उसमें आइए आप लोगों को।
क्या बात हुई आपकी आज?
सब अनुकूल हुआ।
वार्ता बड़ी सौहार्दपूर्ण हुई। करीब 2 घंटे की वार्ता में हमारे संतों ने, पूज्य संतों ने उनकी सभी शंकाओं का समाधान किया और हमारे ओर से जो प्रश्न किए गए उसका भी सकारात्मक उत्तर प्राप्त हुआ। मुझे विश्वास है कि जो 25 अगस्त से यात्रा शुरू हो रही है 13 सितंबर तक के लिए, उस यात्रा में शासन का संरक्षण इस यात्रा में संतों को मिलेगा।
Many in UP, like senior journalist Sharad Pradhan, were left wondering what this was all about. How could a person popularly called Mullah Mulayam be seen mediating with the Vishwa Hindu Parishad?
Ashok Singhal first went and met Akhilesh Yadav. Then Akhilesh Yadav took him to his father, to the father's residence here, and that is together they spent about 2 hours. The father and son together. And after that, the fact that Ashok Singhal came out and held a press conference, claiming that Mulayam had conceded his request to mediate on the Ayodhya issue. This is how they came out with this. And they said that they have given us permission for this so-called yatra, this parikrama.
Surprising even more was the fact that no denials or rebuttals came that day from the Samajwadi Party. But a few days later, this man raised the pitch.
सरकार की अपनी रिपोर्ट्स होती हैं, आपने सुना होगा उन तमाम ज़िलों से जहां ये गुजरनी थी, वहां के सारे ज़िलाधिकारियों ने कहा कि हम लॉ एंड ऑर्डर नहीं मेंटेन कर पाएंगे। अगर इस यात्रा का उद्देश्य राजनीतिक है तो समाजवादी पार्टी भी राजनीतिक है, समाजवादी पार्टी और सरकार भी राजनीतिक निर्णय लेगी और प्रशासनिक लेगी।
19th August and the government decided to issue this press statement. The state government's publicity division informed the media that the permission for the 84 Kosi Yatra in and around Faizabad cannot be given to maintain peace and harmony. This invited strong reactions and sentiments from both the sections, obviously to and for the decision.
20th August, 57 North Avenue, New Delhi. VHP leader Ashok Singhal held this hurriedly called press conference, miffed with the UP government's decision.
धार्मिक जनता पर वो किसी प्रकार का बल प्रयोग करेंगे तो उसका तो बहुत बड़ा और दुष्परिणाम केवल उत्तर प्रदेश में ही नहीं पूरे देश के भीतर होने वाला है। ये यात्रा तो चलेगी ही और हमारे संत इस यात्रा में भाग लेंगे। उनको अगर ये रोकते हैं, गिरफ्तार करते हैं, गिरफ्तार करें, रोकें, किंतु ये पूरा आंदोलन पूरे भारत के हर प्रांत में फैल जाएगा और यह जो हमारे मुलायम सिंह जी ने जो सरकार इस समय बना रखी है वो सरकार बदनाम होगी और इसलिए बदनाम होना पड़ेगा कि मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण के लिए वो कितना भी नीचे जा सकते हैं। हमारी धार्मिक यात्राओं की, हमारे धार्मिक भावनाओं को समाप्त करना चाहते हैं। ये बातें समाज के सामने, देश के सामने आएंगी।
I am not surprised because these politicians, closer to the elections, this is the kind of games they play. And it was very evident from this meeting, this closed door meeting about which nobody talked what happened, what transpired between the two of them, clearly showed that there was something that they were hand in glove. I have always one person who has suspected that, you know, because all along BJP and Samajwadi Party, they supplement each other.
In Lucknow, we met Maulana Khalid Rashid of the Firangi Mahal, Aishbagh Eidgah. He justifies this intervention by the state government.
The Uttar Pradesh government, Maulana Sahab, has denied the permission to VHP to hold this rally. Do you think it is an appropriate step?
We have seen that whenever such yatras have been allowed, it has created lots of communal tension and communal flare-up, as a result of which a large-scale communal riots have taken place, which resulted in loss of property and lives. So as far as peace is concerned, I think the step taken by the state government was necessary.
So what really was the intention? Agreeing first and then going back on the permission to Yatra? Is SP and VHP creating a situation to raise communal temperatures? We put that question both to SP and VHP.
जो हंगामा चल रहा है तो इसके पीछे हमें बीजेपी और सपा की मिली भगत नजर आती है और इसकी आड़ में ये दोनों पार्टियां, खास तौर से जो बीजेपी के जो सहयोगी संगठन हैं, जो बीएसपी या अन्य और संगठन हैं, उनको आगे करके तो ये लोग उत्तर प्रदेश में सांप्रदायिक तनाव पैदा करके तो हिंदू मुस्लिम समाज के लोगों को आपस में भिड़ाना चाहते हैं.
No, I don't think that as far as this issue is concerned, it has anything to do with the Muslim community, because law and order is a state subject and the CM or the state government has taken this decision keeping in mind the peace and law and order situation of the state. So as far as politics is concerned, we are not directly involved in the political process of the state or the country.
It's clearly evident that, much before Mayawati said it, I was already suspecting this. And there is a clear message, even earlier, even when they suspended this SDM in Greater Noida, this Durga Shakti Nagpal, it was clearly evident. In fact, one of Akhlesh's ministers went to the extent of saying that just as Mulayam had protected the Babri Masjid in 1990, now this is the time the son has protected this masjid, and they've hanged an IS officer for that. And Muslims should be indebted to the Samajwadi Party for that. So it's as blatant as that.
The BJP, a party which championed the Hindu cause in 1992, has, for the fear of being branded communal, refrained from directly backing the VHP. So, is this a grand strategy? While the BJP talks development, other wings of the Sangh Parivar shall talk Hindutva.
कोई भी धार्मिक कार्यक्रम, कोई भी सामाजिक कार्यक्रम करना देश के लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था का, देश के संवैधानिक व्यवस्था का हिस्सा है और उसको रोकना तानाशाही व्यवहार और तानाशाही का प्रतीक है.
We think that yes, it is a game plan of the so-called Sangh Parivar to raise and communalize the elections in UP. But we are of the opinion that they will not be successful in this motive.
उत्तर प्रदेश की जो सरकार है वो जानबूझ करके तनाव पैदा कर रही है और वो हवा दे रही है. वो कांग्रेस मिल करके, सपा और कांग्रेस दोनों मिल करके हिंदू मुस्लिम का एक वातावरण बनाना चाहती है.
ये चाहे विश्व हिंदू परिषद हो, चाहे भारतीय जनता पार्टी हो, चाहे संघ हो, चाहे भाजपा हो, ये सारे एक ही तरीके के चैनल हैं। और ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी कभी आरएसएस को आगे बढ़ाती है, कभी विश्व हिंदू परिषद को आगे बढ़ाती है, तो निश्चित रूप से देश को बांटने का ये काम करते हैं।
A month ago, we here on Politics First told you the story of how the Ram Temple could feature in the BJP's agenda in the run-up to the elections, and how the developmental politics could run hand in hand with the temple politics. A month on, and the temple agenda is for real.
Amit Shah is of no consequence to UP. Modi himself could make a difference, not Amit Shah. Amit Shah did go there, coming at a time now when elections are around the corner. All his life he never visited Ayodhya. What else does it mean? It means it's a part of a design. All right. BJP also has no other credits to itself. Has no other credit. So the only way they can revive themselves in UP is by raising the Ayodhya card once again. And how they do it, how discreetly they are trying to bring it back on the center stage by these kind of games that they are playing.
I mean, I don't think there's any issue of minority appeasement. It's quite strange whenever they decide on these yatras, it's surprisingly close to elections. 4.5 years or 4 years, I didn't hear any yatra being planned. And very, very clearly, they are scared that they are running for cover. They only know that it's only communal issues that they can excite and get people's support and vote. So I think that's what BJP is doing. Their new leadership is doing the same, and their BHP is doing the same. If it was really a religious issue, they would have done it as a religious issue. They're doing it as a quasi-political issue, and I think it should be dealt firmly.
So what is the point of contention? 84 course, or roughly 200 kilometers of the yatra proposed by seers and VHP activists along the bank of Saryu, and which will also pass through towns of Ayodhya, Gonda and Basti. Though VHP has repeatedly claimed that this yatra has nothing to do with Ram Temple agitation, UP government feels that presence of seers in and around the disputed site can lead to a situation like 1992. In its defense, it cites the Supreme Court order of status quo at disputed site.
So is this a repeat of the 1992 condition in the temple town? The resemblance is for everyone to see. Is an attempt now being made to push India's brand of politics 20 years back in time?
So far as BJP is concerned, BJP is not anyway involved with the yatra or have anything to say on that, but at the same time if they ban it, that definitely becomes a political issue.
उत्तर प्रदेश का माहौल अगर कोई बिगाड़ने की कोशिश करेगा या उत्तर प्रदेश को गुजरात बनाने की कोशिश होगी, तो उत्तर प्रदेश में गंगा यमुना की जो तहजीब है, सद्भाव है, वो उसको गुजरात नहीं बनने देगा।
वाला घटना थी, घटित हो गई, उसके पश्चात कोई दंगा हुआ नहीं, और यूपी को नहीं बनने देंगे गुजरात में। तो कहता हूँ यूपी गुजरात जैसा बन जाएगा तो शांति आ जाएगी। कांग्रेस पहले इसका जवाब दे दे कि श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी हत्या के बाद जो 4000 सिखों का कत्लेआम किया गया था, तो क्या वैसा हिंदुस्तान चाहती है कांग्रेस? क्या मुलायम सिंह वैसा उत्तर प्रदेश चाहते हैं कि 30 दिन के अंदर, 1 साल के अंदर 30 दंगे हो गए? या वो गुजरात चाहते हैं कि 2002 से लेकर आज तक एक भी दंगा नहीं हुआ है?
Known Mulayam baiters like Beni Prasad Verma have called this a definite case of match fixing.
मुलायम सिंह यादव से मिले थे, मांग की थी उन लोगों ने 84 कोसी यात्रा की।
देखो फूड सिक्योरिटी बिल हमारा लटका हुआ है, मुलायम सिंह के खिलाफ न बुलाओ, वैसे मिली भगत है।